I walk in the room and they having this alien conversation, which sounded like two weirdos in the room until I realized, because I didn't see the news yesterday, and I guess the first time ever, confirmation has been made that there has been alien. Like, I can't look at you seriously.
This is serious. This is a serious topic.
It's happening.
And I'm ready for when they come down.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
Hold on. I don't even like how he did that.
Non-human.
He said non-human and then tried to skip up.
Yeah.
Non-human according to the people who had said that. No, but don't try and skip past that. Non-human? Really?
Yeah. It's a big deal. And this happened during, it was in Congress.
This is under oath in front of Congress.
Right.
Like him, that is David Grush. For people that don't know who he is, he was an F-18 pilot for Secret Service, like the military, the Navy. And this guy, over 14 years that he worked there, he's seen multiple UFOs and flying objects.
But UFOs, again, are just unidentified things. The big part is the biologics.
Yes.
Biologics?
Biologics. Yes,
The
biologics. Non-human biologics.
When they say biologics, they don't just say, hey, it was somebody flying it. They're like, no, it was something we can't identify.
And you notice there's an S on the end. That means there's more than one.
How do you know that these were not our aircraft?
Some of the behaviors that we saw in a working area, we would see these objects being at 0.0 Mach, that's zero airspeed, over certain pieces of the ground. So what that means, just like a river, if you throw a bobber in, it's going to float downstream. These objects were staying completely stationary in Category 4 hurricane winds. These same objects would then accelerate to supersonic speeds, 1.1, 1.2 Mach, and they would do so in very erratic and quick behaviors that I don't have an explanation for.
So this is a pilot saying that. That's
Yes.
a little scary, right?
Right.
And Tom DeLonge tried to tell y'all people. Blink-182 made a song about it. Aliens are real.
Yes.
So, okay, so we always thought aliens were real, but we never had, like,
Confirmation.
real confirmations, first of all. So does that mean that everything we saw, like, on the National Enquirer when you in the grocery store line, or when they like, oh, I got butt probed by somebody, like, because there's a lot of people who claim that they've been taken.
Yeah.
And then we always treated it like they were crazy, and we like, yo, like, why would the aliens all just be swooping up people and then bringing them back? Like, we would have known. But if they moving at Mach speed like that, just instantaneous from 0 to 100, then that means that they could, in essence, come in, swoop you, take you off, do the probe, and then whip you right back to the Sunset Strip.
Yeah, and I couldn't get the audio from it, but they talk about the aircrafts are able to go through air. They're able to go through water.
Whoa.
And then they don't know yet because they haven't floated into space, but they believe that it can fly through space. But they don't even understand the technology that's in it, so they don't know how to fly.
And you see the UFOs go straight into water several times if you look into these videos.
But so, I mean, you're not shocked by this, are you?
I'm not at all. I've always kind of felt like something was being hidden by our government. I mean, he also claimed that the U.S. has been in possession of UFOs since the 1930s.
But did you believe, did anybody out there believe it's just us? Like, you think that our existence is the only existence in the universe?
If what we learn about space is true, and like they say space is infinite and the galaxies, there's infinite galaxies and all this stuff, there is way too much out there for us to just believe that we're the only ones and we're the only intelligent
I cannot
species.
take you seriously in that damn outfit.
I'm just saying, I'm getting ready for when my boys come through.
Who are your boys and when are they coming?
I don't. The Martians. I don't know what they're called. The Neptunians. Like it could be somebody from a different galaxy.
You're bugging. I don't even know why.
I'm just saying.
He's wearing a foil hat. It needs to be said again.
This out of the A13 says they said aliens live in water and not space. So the UFO going into the water makes a lot of sense.
And again, we don't have the technology. Look what happened with that submarine. We don't even have the technology to go down that deep or even deeper than that at the time to see what's down there.
And it's very cultural too, because there's a lot of people in Puerto Rico that believe in aliens too, because they have the craziest subterranean caverns in the water. Yeah, there was always rumors about aliens being in Puerto Rico, and this kind of makes it. Legit.
All right, so it says, I'm ready to be abducted by the aliens. There's no property, no rent, no expenses up there. I hate it here on Earth.
I'm just saying, I'm with them. It's like, we don't got to pay rent in space?
I know.
Out of the 863, believing that there's no other life forms in the universe is like believing there's only one type of fish in the ocean.
I agree with that. And it might be scary to think about, but the fact that they were under oath in front of Congress talking about all this stuff, all these secrets that's been, kept under wraps for such a long time is pretty incredible.
I mean, there's a lot of people who are writing in saying, I knew it. But think about the people who've been either arrested. Some people have been like Baker acted because they've been like running around talking about aliens are here. Think about it. If you walked out of your office and to your car and somebody was like, aliens are coming. They're here. I'm telling you, they've been here. You would call for them to be taken away.
Something's wrong with them.
A family member who thought that aliens had done something to them, you would treat them crazy. They would be that person you would keep away from the kids at the family reunion. So now, the same way we kind of retroactively are trying to go get people out of jail who had marijuana charges now that the laws have changed, what about those people who you've locked away in the crazy house? And now they're like, now the news is on and they in there going nuts in their cell like, I told you, they're coming back, blah, blah, blah.
Or they've
what
been
are we
here the
going to
whole
do for
time.
those people now?
They've been kind of preparing us for this because within the last like 2 or 3 years, they've been putting out a lot of like information
Documents.
that has leaked, documents, like letting people know, letting the public know.
I don't understand what the problem is. Why can't we know this information? Is it just going to spark an outcry and people are going to like freak out?
Duh. You see what's happening now. He's in a damn alien suit. You want everybody walking around with an AM foil hat on?
I kind of do.
That's just crazy.
I'm just saying, we ready for anything to happen right now. Independence Day. Listen, Will Smith, whenever you ready, dog.